Hello world, this is Edward Bevilacqua from Ciao Tutti and the Italian American Club, and today we have the good fortune of sitting here with Mike Campagna. It's where the accent mark is, right?
The silent G
Yeah,
in the Italian language.
And at Casa di Amore on Tropicana at, what is it, McLeod?
Tropin McLeod. Yeah.
Tropin McLeod. So Mike's not a big fan of the internet technology, so we only have his shoulder in the, there we go. And
the witness protection.
yes, program. Witness protection program. So so that's what we're going to do. And Casa di Amore has the feel of a great, comfortable, fun place. So we're going to get to that in a second, though. But to start, Mike, what are your Italian roots?
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My parents my grandparents were from Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
We're Napoli-Don. We're Barese. So I'm a little bit of mix of
Mix of Southern Italian and Sicilian.
Correct.
Okay. Now, do you usually say you're Sicilian or Italian?
Italian.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
Say you're Sicilian.
I'm half Sicilian and quarter Barese, quarter Napoli-Don.
Okay. Do you know Tony Sacca?
Yes, I'm familiar with Tony.
So Tony always says I'm Sicilian.
Right.
And
the Sicilians are like, they're proud of being Sicilian.
Yeah, they should be. They're
exactly.
Hard workers, and I think 60% of the members of the Italian American Club are Sicilian. So, but anyway, what did your grandfather do?
My grandfather, he was a hands-on guy. Carpentry, anything handy. He had to do building. He did a lot of construction work. My grandmother, she was a teacher, and she would volunteer a lot at the community. They lived in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And I grew up.
Is that one of the old Italian American?
That was an old Italian. It was close to where the Brooklyn Dodgers were.
Oh.
And it used to be all Italian, and over the years it's transformed, and now it's coming back real well.
And what part of Brooklyn were you from?
I'm from Coney Island, Bensonhurst, Gravesend area.
Okay.
I went to Lincoln High School.
Okay, and what did your dad do?
My dad, he worked on Wall Street. He was a broker at Smith Barney, actually.
Okay.
Everybody in this city, we make money the old-fashioned way. We earn it.
Right.
So that's what he did. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of us, took care of the kids. I have me and my brother.
Mm-hmm. And you
who also works here. Yeah, and I played baseball. I played baseball, high school ball. We won the city championship in New York.
What was your favorite team growing up?
The Yankees.
Okay.
Yeah, the Yankees. Baseball.
Where were the Mets located?
The Mets are in Queens. And, but I was always a Yankee fan.
All right. So I'm from the Bay Area.
Okay.
So I'm born in Oakland. So I don't know East Coast.
Are you Oakland or Giants?
Oakland. So, but I'm a 49er fan.
Very good.
So, okay, so you grew up back there. Your dad worked on Wall Street. What lessons did you learn growing up in an Italian-American family?
Wow. Togetherness, camaraderie. I mean, just the way that, it was always about family and having a good time and being with your cousins and your aunts and uncles on the holidays. And just a real family atmosphere.
Yeah. So Sundays, did you guys have?
Oh yeah, Sunday dinner with Grandma. You know how it goes.
Sure. And so your dad was a hard worker.
My dad was a hard worker. Yeah.
Believed in education.
Of course.
Was that important? You went to college.
Yeah, I went. After I graduated Lincoln High School, I went to the University of South Carolina, and then I transferred after 1 year to Coastal Carolina, which is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Okay.
And I lived down there for 12 years. Really nice part of the country to live in.
And what's the Italian-American community like there?
Not much.
Not
much. Not a lot of Southern Italian.
Okay.
I mean, if you go to in New Orleans, there's a lot.
Sure.
But in South Carolina, not that many.
Okay. What about pizza parlors?
No, they cut their pizza in squares, so it's kind of like it was a shocker, basically. Yeah.
But you got used to it.
I got used to it. I found a couple of Italian people, like friends of mine, like the Martinis. They owned an Italian restaurant down there, and there's a couple. There's a couple, but it's not saturated as like being in New York or in Vegas or some of the other parts of the country.
And so you went to South Carolina because of baseball?
Well, to get an education and get a scholarship on baseball.
Okay.
For baseball, so that helped. So that.
Who's your favorite Yankee of all time?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
When you were growing up.
Well, I love Jeter. Growing up, I mean, you had Don Mattingly, but then the older times you had Mantle, and
Yeah.
I always heard about Mantle and DiMaggio. Actually, there's a picture of DiMaggio up there with my aunt on the corner there. So you hear about the older guys. The Yankees have had so many good players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really tough.
Yeah.
So.
True. So okay, so you like baseball, then you stayed
In South Carolina?
in South Carolina.
Yeah, I stayed in South Carolina. I did odd-end jobs, worked in a couple of restaurants, and then I became a truck driver.
Okay.
And I did
long haul?
I did long-haul truck driving. Yeah, we drove high-security loads, like cigarette loads from. We would go from North Carolina to Sacramento, California.
Okay.
Then go down to Nogales, where the border is, pick up some produce. Go back to New York. Go back to Virginia, pick up more cigarettes.
Got it.
And then you would just do that loop constantly.
Huh.
It's a tough job, man. The people that do that, they gotta be commended, because nothing runs in this. People don't realize everything comes on a truck.
Yeah.
So those truck drivers, they do a lot of hard work, and I did it for a few years, and it was you got to see the whole country. That was a good part.
Now, do you have somebody go with you so you can keep
Yeah, we
driving?
drove as a team.
Yeah.
When you drive as a team, you never stop. So it's like 8 hours on.
So this has a
8 hours
little bedroom. What do they call it?
Yeah, they have a sleeper in the
Sleeper.
back of the cab.
Okay.
But it's a real hard job. I mean, and you always got to make your deadlines, and you're always moving.
Mm-hmm.
So I commend those people that work those jobs.
When is the first time you came to Las Vegas?
I came to Las Vegas in '95.
Okay.
My dad was out here. I just came to check it out.
You remember the first time you came?
Yeah, I do. I remember exactly. Yeah.
Flew in?
I drove in.
Drove.
Actually. Yeah,
Okay.
drove in because we were staying.
Okay.
So I drove in. I lived here for about a couple of years.
What did you think when you first got here? Just the first time
I
you
came
saw
in
it?
the day, came over the mountain, and saw the stratosphere and everything, and it was just like, it was very.
Now, what route did you take? Did you take the 15?
We took. Let me see. I
Or
want
did
to
you
say
come-
I-40.
Was that through over
across.
the
But then
Boulder
we-
Dam?
Yeah, over the road.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people do that trip,
Yeah.
and they
When
say
you come
the
over
same
the
thing.
hill, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, wow.
Exactly. It would be more of a wow at night, I'm sure, because I've been over that at night. But we came in the day when we came in. And my dad was living here, and I worked at the Sands.
Uh-huh.
I worked as a sportsbook writer for Bob Gugorka over at the Sands.
Okay, so what does that mean, a sports book?
Well,
writer?
taking the bets, and
Okay.
you work the window, you take the bets.
Okay.
So that was like my first job in town.
What do you say about that job?
It was interesting. You run into some interesting people, especially the horse bettors. Horse bettors are really interesting people.
Now, are there people that can win all the time, or do they eventually run out?
I don't. It's tough to win.
Yeah.
It's tough to win.
It seems
It's
like
tough to be
the
consistent.
odds makers really are very good.
Everything's built in.
Okay.
These casinos were built on losers nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's better to be the bookie than be the better.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Okay. And so, did you like that business?
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I liked it. It was good, but it was starting at the bottom. So my girlfriend, she had a tough time here, so she moved back to South Carolina, and then I went back there with her. I followed her a year later, and then I wound up coming back out here after 9/11. I wound up coming back out here, and my dad was a little ill,
Uh-huh.
and I was doing.
Now, why'd you come back the second time?
My dad was a little ill.
Okay. So
So I
you
came out here to
weren't thinking, I got to get back to Vegas?
No, I just came out to see him, and then he wound up getting sick and passing away.
I see.
And I wound up staying here and doing some work in the sports book on the actual betting side of the business.
Okay.
And then, because it was legal out here,
Yeah.
it's not legal in a lot of other places.
Right.
But,
Most other places.
As I was doing that, I ran across.
So now we know why you don't want to be on video, right?
As I was doing that, I ran across an opportunity here at this place, and I came.
What's the history of this place?
Well, the history of this place.
Casa di Amore.
Casa di Amore was opened by Bob Capizzoli of the Capizzoli family. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They used to have a place on Desert Inn.
I don't know the family, but I know the name.
Yeah. So they used to have a place on Desert Inn, Bob and Mickey Capizzolis. They actually came from the Tower of Pizza, which was on the Strip.
Oh.
I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yeah, of course.
Jasper's place. Jasper used to have that place. And so Jasper opened the Tower Pizza, and I believe Bob and Mickey were working over there for him. Then they opened their own place on Desert Inn, and it was famous for having late night, all the entertainers coming in. It was a much smaller town back then as well. So Tom Jones used to come in. I mean, this is what I was told.
Yeah.
And all the entertainers used to come in there. And I guess Bob and Mickey had a falling out, the brothers. I mean, brothers, you know,
Sure,
you know how brothers
it's tricky.
are. Brothers fight. It's hard to be in business with each other. And so Bob and Mickey split, and Bob came here and opened this place.
Okay.
Okay, so he opened this place. So this place has a little history back.
Yeah, because he brought people he knew.
Right. So, and then he wound up bringing in a partner.
And what year about was that?
He opened this place about 13 years ago.
Okay.
So we're saying 2002.
Okay.
And then
it looks older.
Yeah, I came in 2005. So we've had it about 10 years now. Yeah.
Okay. And what was he was just tired?
It was just up for sale. I don't know exactly the reasons for it. I mean, the numbers weren't that great, I guess. We've really improved it and brought it up, brought the numbers up. But I'm not sure for why he wanted to sell it. But anyway.
And you have live entertainment?
We have live entertainment every night. We're open 6 nights a week.
What
Closed
night are
on
you?
Tuesdays.
Okay. Closed
on Tuesdays. We have gaming at the bar, live entertainment on stage, complimentary transportation to and from the strip. You know, so we try to we do a lot of tourists.
Okay.
A lot of our business is tourist based, but locals love us too. And
what time does the entertainment start?
About 6:30. It goes to about 10:30, 11.
Okay.
Every night, yeah.
And okay, so you found this place was available.
Yeah. We purchased it, and it's been really good.
What have you changed in terms of the looks?
Well, we changed the booths. I changed the windows.
Okay, when you say boots, you mean booths?
The booths, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just for the people out here.
The Utes.
Yeah,
the
right.
Utes,
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. My cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny, the Utes.
So you changed the booths.
Yeah, we changed around the booths. We put some decor in the windows. We did the bar area.
What about parking?
We just finished redoing the whole kitchen. We were closed for 30 days. The whole kitchen is brand new. We ripped it out, gutted it out, new walk-in boxes.
Is there enough parking?
Oh yeah, we have the gun store, which is next door to us. We have the Dutch Brothers Coffee on this side, and then we have Bright Trading in the back, and it's all been deemed a shopping center. So we have plenty of parking.
Oh, good. So that's not a problem.
Parking
when I pulled in off the street, I was thinking, oh wow.
Yeah.
Because you only see
Did you
these.
park in the front?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's tons of parking in the back. Yeah.
Okay.
Plenty of parking. It's lit up. It's safe. I'm always patrolling the parking lot.
And it's easy to get.
Very easy to get to.
So I came in on the, what is that, the 215? What do they call it?
The 95?
95.
Yeah, the 95.
That's the quickest way, right?
Yeah, and you know, even from places like Summerlin or the West Side, you jump on the 95, it's 10 minutes, you get off top, make a right. So
well, you know, to that point, and the reason I was a little bit late was my first interview was in downtown Summerlin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's almost as far away as you can get.
Right. And how long did it take you to get here?
It took me 20 minutes. And I was sent down the Summerlin Parkway to the 95.
To the 95 and then
down
straight
south and then Tropicana and turn right. So, and from Henderson, where I live, no problem.
Yeah, it's easy. Right down to Eastern.
Quicker than getting to the club.
Exactly.
So, okay, so you came out here, you liked the place.
Yep. I did a little recon on it, you know, coming in, eating the food, and checking out the bar scene, and we thought there was a lot of room.
Chef, or?
No, we brought our own chef in. He's been here he's been here 10 years.
But you didn't have the old guy, whoever that was.
No, Bob was the chef.
Oh.
Bob used to do his own cooking, yeah.
Okay.
So when he left, Bob passed away, you know. Bob passed away like last year, I believe. I really didn't know him that well, but I heard a lot of good things about him from other people.
Okay.
So it was sad when he passed away, but so yeah, Bob was the chef. So when he sold the place, obviously he went. I brought my own chef in. He's been here for 10 years with me now, and people love the food. And we try to go out of our way with service. I have a great serving staff, and it's just a fun time when you come to dinner. It's a little bit more than just dinner, you know. It's like an experience.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why tourists
I'm
love
anxious
us so
to come
much.
here and
yeah, you should come check it out.
Definitely, we'll do that. We're promoting it. We've had a lot of people for the club, when I ask at the club, well, where do you go?
Uh-huh.
Casa di Amore comes up often.
Well, that's great. We're happy to hear that.
And so one of our things with Ciao Tutti is, well, Mike, I say to you, where's the epicenter of Italian American culture in the U.S.? Where do you say?
I would say, wow, New York, Ohio, maybe Ohio, Cleveland, New York.
Okay.
Those cities.
You know, and I say, okay, why do you say New York?
Why do I say New York?
Yeah.
Well, it's what I'm most familiar with.
Most familiar with. That's where Ellis Island. That's where people came, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And I say, yeah, and that was 100 years ago.
Right.
Okay. And so we want to position Las Vegas as the epicenter of Italian American culture today. That this is where stuff is happening. When we talk to people from New York and they talk about Little Italy, it's kind of like, yeah, but it's now like down to a block.
It's smaller, yeah. It's really shrunk.
And then the Chinese places right here, and
yep.
But here, you know, we have the architecture, Caesar's Palace, the Venetian, Palazzo.
Right.
Some of the best Italian restaurants in the world.
Yeah, right. No doubt. A lot of competition.
Some
a lot
of the
of
best
very
Italian
good,
American restaurants in the world.
and some of the best just plain out restaurants. In the world.
Best restaurants in the world. There's a lot of people in the restaurant business that are Italian, from Italy.
Right.
And you know what we see is 100 years ago people left Italy for better opportunity and they came west and they went to America. And now what we believe is that people who settled there moved west to Las Vegas because of the opportunity that has been here.
Yep. The opportunity, the weather,
Yeah.
the whole experience out here.
Yeah. So you know that's one of the things we do. And so what do you think about Las Vegas as the epicenter of Italian American culture today?
It's definitely increased since I've been here. Since I was here in '95, and yeah, I think it's growing.
So that's a good point. So we have our community here, which is made up of people from Cleveland and Buffalo and Brooklyn and New Orleans and L.A., other parts of the country. So we kind of have this
melting pot
of Italian Americans.
Right.
But there's about 2 million Italian Americans that come here every year out of the 40 million people that come for business and pleasure.
Right.
About 2 million are Italian Americans.
Wow.
So they get to sample our version and go back.
Right.
And that's what Ciao Tutti is all about, how we're
Excellent.
involved with other...
And that's what I get. I get a lot when people come in here from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me this feels like a place that would be in my neighborhood,
Right.
in New York or in Buffalo or in Cleveland or wherever they come from.
Yeah.
And I get that all the time.
Yeah. And then they go back.
Feel comfortable. They feel comfortable.
They feel comfortable, and then when they go home, they tell
a bunch of
their people.
Correct.
So,
Word of mouth, and we do a lot of our business based on word of mouth, and it's the best kind of advertising.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're right, because people trust the people telling them.
Right.
Right. So, let's see. What else can you tell me about Casa di Amore? How about who are the entertainers?
Our entertainment, we have entertainment, like I said, 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
Every night we're open. We have George Bugatti.
When is he here?
He's here on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Sundays.
So George we did an interview
Yeah,
with George.
you did something with George. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He's from Brooklyn as well.
Yeah, he
very
told me
talented.
about his whole musical career.
Very talented. And we have...
he's also sharp, and he's a fun guy.
Yeah, very fun guy, yep. And we got Paul Stubblefield, who plays the drums. He's actually from Cleveland, and he's played with countless people over the years. Very talented guy, very nice guy. Plays up to the people love him.
He just plays the drums?
He plays the drums and sings.
Oh,
he has Randy on keyboard.
Okay.
And they're a good duet together. And then George works with Paul one night on Sunday nights. So it's a really good mix.
George is also at the Bootlegger.
Yeah, he plays there a couple nights a week.
Yeah.
George was playing with us. He was steady with us for 5 years, for maybe
then he
6
went to
years.
Riviera.
No, and then he moved back to New York to do a play on off-Broadway play.
Okay. He didn't mention that.
Yeah, and then he came back, and we made space for him because we try to take care of our own.
Yeah.
We're very loyal to our entertainers. We only have a few of them because they're good, and people come all the time. Hey, I'll work for free, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but if you're working, then somebody else isn't working. You know, so it's like I'm very loyal to my people.
Good.
You know.
Do you ever go to the Tap House? They're open.
I've been over. Yeah, I've been over to the Tap House a few times. Jimmy owns that place. I've been over there.
So Jimmy runs the food now at the Italian American.
Correct. Yes.
And yeah, he's a good guy. Do you know Ben Spano?
I know Benny. Yep. I know them all. Yeah, I know
Buffalo.
all those guys from Buffalo.
Yeah. And Jim's from
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Do you know Jerry Tiffy?
I know Jerry. Yep.
Has he ever sing here?
He's
Was this
maybe
too small?
years ago,
Okay.
but there was a while back that he had talked to me about coming in, maybe a year ago, I think. But I had, like I said, I had my people already, and it was just really tough. You're only dealing with 6 nights, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to squeeze everybody in.
When he goes to the club, it's usually just in the big showroom,
Right.
not the lounges.
Right.
But wow. Okay, so this is great. And what's the most popular dish?
My favorite's the veal marsala,
Okay.
but everything is very, very excellent. Ossobuco is a big dish for
Okay.
us. A lot of people like those.
Sure.
When they come out to eat, I think a lot of people like to eat something that they can't really make at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's a good point.
So
Yeah. Why go out if you're going to have the same thing you can have at home?
right. So I mean, I think people tend to lean towards the ossobucas and the veal and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But everything's excellent. We're very happy. We're very blessed. We work hard, but we're blessed.
That's good. Well, that's a great way to end it. Unless I've forgotten anything.
Nope. I appreciate you coming down. Thank you very, very
There's
much.
the hand.
There's the hand,
Okay.
fingerprint.
Okay,
How's it
there we
going
go.
like that?
There you go. Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.